I haven't seen a single bit of gameplay on this machine, but I will say that going just by the playfield and the layout, and from what I can tell, this is gonna be right up there with Godzilla. What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel where I talk and do everything pinball. So if that sounds interesting to you, then hit that subscribe button down below. I released a video yesterday regarding the art across the entire machine from the leaked images, and now I'm going to be going over the actual playfield and what we are seeing under the glass. Some of this will be speculation, while a lot of it is going to be factual just by simply looking at the image. But I will try to let you know whenever I believe this is speculation on my end. Let's first talk about the actual promo that we got last week, where the main feature of it was saying "shaking soon," and it had the Stern logo on there. You all should remember it. If not, I'm playing it right now for you to see. But the main point was that it was saying "shaking soon." Now, I think a lot of everyone was thinking, oh, shaker motor causing the machine to shake. But the thing is, Stern doesn't just put a shaker motor into every tier. It's usually only the LEs. So why would they say shaking soon unless it's something that would be across the entire theme? One of the main key features of this game that looks to be the same across all tiers is the rocket that is in the upper left-hand region of the game. Now, if you look at the images, this game has obviously just been taken out of the box, and we have a foam wrapping around it. Now, this is the thing, guys. When you see wrapping around an object inside of a machine, then that means that can wiggle around. It's got wiggle movement during the shipping process. So then that points to the fact that this missile moves, whether it be left and right. Here, let me just grab this right here. Whether it be left and right or up and down, this is probably looking dirty. Well, we're gonna go with it. But there is a little bit of space around the shaft. This is not gonna go over good. But is there something in here? But there looks to be wiggle room around the shaft of this missile. And I don't think it's gonna be going up and down. I think it's gonna be basically wiggling around and moving around whenever the ball enters and goes around all of the stand-up targets that are the entire circumference of the missile, or at least hemi around the missile. So that is speculation on my end, but I believe that is where the shaking soon is coming from. It's going to be something regarding that missile. Something nice to see across all tiers is an entire DB5 Aston Martin with an ejector seat that is going to be launching from the very far right shot and basically landing on the wireform to feed your right flipper. So that's also nice to see across all tiers. There is a ton of shots on this game. So going strictly by the lower flippers, your bottom two flippers, you've got at least 12 things that you could aim for. And I could be missing one that I cannot see, but I am currently seeing 12 different things that you could hit. And that is, once again, not including the stand-up targets that are around the missile. When it comes to the upper flipper shots, you've got at least 5 things that you could aim for, maybe 6. I've got that colored orange because it's difficult to tell from this angle, but you might be able to hit it up the lane for a ball lock. Something that is going to be at least in the premium for sure is the lock diverter, and this is something that is very difficult to see unless you're really looking for it. But if you can see on the playfield, you have the lock insert going up. Now, there is a diverter that swings open, very similar to a number of games. But I can tell you, as recently taking apart Johnny Mnemonic, it's in that game. But you have a diverter that opens up and allows the ball to lock. Now, I don't know for sure if this diverter is going to be in the Pro model because of the angle of the images, but I would like to think it is. That diverter should still be there for the Pro. It's just that you're not going to be getting an extra feature that is on the premium when it comes to the ball lock, and we'll go over that here in a second. So when it comes to the Pro versus the premium, what are you getting on your premium and what are you going to be missing on your Pro? First of all, I think the largest thing that you're going to be missing is the really cool ball lock and wire form that goes around the missile. From what I can tell, it looks like the ball will be locked when you shoot up that particular lane marked lock. Whenever the lock is enabled, that diverter will open up and allow the ball to be fed. This will go into a VUC that shoots to the top of this tower and will go down the wire form and lock into the very end of it accordingly. There are opto sensors that I can see, so it looks like it's going to be at least a 2-ball locking system. Now on the Pro, I don't know if the diverter is there. I cannot see it from these images. I would like to hope that it is. If it's a virtual lock, then I'm guessing it will just feed the left orbit. But if there is a physical lock, then it must be between that tower and the missile underneath that plastic. Now, another difference between your Pro and your Premium is that your Premium is going to have James Bond on a jetpack, not real obviously, but it's going to be on a swing arm that goes out 90 degrees, versus the Pro that is merely going to be a plastic in its place. But from what I can tell, the Premium will have a magnet on the jetpack that allows the ball to be picked up at the top of that ramp, and that will swing over and drop down to the next difference between the Premium and Pro. Now, the other difference on the Premium and Pro is that there is not an actual Dragon tank, or tractor if you will, on this specific point for the ball to be dropped onto. On the Premium there is, but not the Pro. So the Premium has a target that's going to be hit when the ball drops from the jetpack, and this is speculation on my end. But it looks like that might be a magnet above that stand-up target in that yellow plastic area. That might be a magnet, it might not. But it just looks like it could be. But what's confusing is that on the Pro, you don't have the Dragon tractor, you have merely the image of it on that plastic, but you have still that little metal circle right there in the same location, but it is different. So there's a big old speculation of, like, I'm not certain, judging just by the pictures. So that is another difference right there. The other difference, and this is still a big question mark for me here, is that there is this area on the left side of the playfield behind the upper flipper, and it looks to be recessed. Like the playfield actually goes down maybe, like, I don't know, a quarter of an inch maybe. I cannot tell from the images, but it looks like that image that's underneath that flipper is an actual picture on the Premium versus the Pro, where it doesn't look like there's an image there. It could just be trick photography or what we're seeing reflectivity wise, but even still, this is part of the playfield that I have questions about, because I cannot really tell what is going to be going on here. You can see when the ball would go towards this area, it's going to be hitting the cushion on the side panel right there, but after that I don't really know, because it has a plastic that says eject advances jetpack lights complete for multi-ball. So it makes me think that there's some kind of ejection or maybe possibly a ball launch mech or something in that particular area that looks to be there on the Pro and the Premium, but I question the recessedness of this playfield right there. I don't see it being a good place to launch a ball. This is a big old question mark for me, guys. So I'm curious to see what all is going on in this particular area of the playfield. Right now, I cannot say for certain what is going on here, but I'm definitely intrigued on what is going on. I cannot wait to see it play. Something else that is on the Pro and the Premium is this gate that is above the pop bumpers. Now, this is something different, because if it was simply something to keep the ball from going around the orbit so it falls into the pops, Stern would typically just have an up post that would come up and keep the ball from traveling around so it could fall into the pops. Whereas this is something different. I'm thinking it does multiple things. I'm thinking, one, it will stop the ball and allow the ball to fall into the pops, but it also functions as a way for the ball to get assistance when coming around the left orbit to make it up on that ramp. It's hard to tell by these images. There's a speculation on my end, but that's definitely something that's not found. I cannot recall where I've seen this particular type of gate from. So that's something I'm curious to see it in action. If you've seen it in other games, by all means, let me know in the comment section down below. I can't think of off the top of my head where I've seen this from. So guys, without seeing any gameplay, we are still at least a week away now from seeing what this game looks like in action. So, going by what you have seen on the leaked images and what I have informed you of in this video, do you think that this could be the next rival for the top spot, which I'm pretty sure all of us can agree is Godzilla? I've got high hopes for this game. I honestly do. I enjoy George Gomez's layouts. I don't see me getting rid of Johnny Mnemonic, and unless I get rid of that one to get this, because this is very intriguing to me. I'm loving the uniqueness of this layout. You have the Gomez ramps. I say that because of the way these look. If he didn't have the layer of plastic over the top of his ramps, that ball would just go flying off. So it's curious. I always like seeing the way he makes these turns on these ramps. It's really intriguing. I like it. And so I really cannot wait to see how the game plays. But judging solely on these crappy images, and from what I can tell, I'm thinking right now that this game is going to be right up there with Godzilla. Dare I say, I don't think I could dare say it's better. No. I hope it's better. That would be a great thing. You can't be mad about that. But I am curious because it does look very intriguing. I'm pretty sure those of you that are griping about the art, or if you think that this game is a theme that no one's going to want and this game's not going to sell very well, I think you are going to be very wrong. I'm pretty sure that this game is going to sell very well. I don't think it's selling very well or gathering interest because of just the leaked images, but once you see this game play, I'm pretty sure it's going to change your mind. And if I'm wrong, which I will know for sure by the time we get a stream from Dead Flip, I will know if this game is going to be a great game or not by watching the stream. I will let you know if I'm wrong. I have no problem saying when I'm wrong. I hate to do it, but I have no problem doing it. So we shall see. And I think the more I look at it, the more intrigued I am on the layout. I cannot wait to see what this thing can do. Okay guys, so we are now judging completely on layout and design. What are your thoughts? Leave me some messages down below in the comment section. If you think this game is going to shoot well, I want to know about it. If you think it's going to be horrible, I really want to know about it, because at this point, I'm going to be disagreeing with you. Thumbs up, subscribe button, ding my dong. That way you can be notified of whenever I upload something for your viewing pleasure. And until next time, guys, peace out. Man, that was a very slow building sneeze. Good Lord.